1 second. You're welcome. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, and happy Monday, or just Monday if you're having a case of the Mondays, which I am definitely having today. I'm very tired. Good morning, my alarm sounds the same. Okay, yeah, so you just don't add any fun things to the iPhone? Me neither. For all of my phone calls, I know you can like change, my mom changes everybody in our family to a different ringtone. I just leave it on the basic one now. I don't know why I had one set for 7. Oh, that was your phone, wasn't it? Yeah, that was Alex's phone. Good morning. I'm so tired this morning. We had a long night last night, so I'm like wiped out. I'm feeling like tired. Changed. Oh, I did. Oh, I didn't know it was noticeable. I thought it was pretty similar. Yeah, I did a more pink in it. I did like probably like a tablespoon of pink. Keep your roots dark. Yeah, I'm keeping my roots dark because I don't want to bleach them right now because it's winter, and when I good morning Gray. In the wintertime, my hair is even more brittle and super good moral, Rachel. I'm just kidding. Good morning. Yeah, my hair gets super brittle, and I worry that if I were to bleach it right at the root, I'd end up with like breakage during the wintertime. So when it's going to be cold, I usually just let the roots get long, and then eventually I'll do something like transition-y here. But right now I just add pink to the Oh yeah, Rachel got engaged on the weekend. That's awesome. Congratulations. That is awesome. I showed Alex. We were in the car driving. I was like, I just got a message. Rachel got engaged. And Alex was like, I don't know who that is. And then I was like, very good. Good morning, Paulette. So yeah, it was I dyed my hair and Rachel's engaged, and those are both awesome things. One may be a little bit more life-changingly awesome, maybe. That's awesome though. And do you guys know when you're planning on getting married? Are you going to do a long engagement or a short one? Alex and I have been engaged now for 2 years. We got engaged November 18th of 2016, and I always knew we were going to have a long engagement. CJ, covering up my lighting. I always knew we were going to have a long engagement because I have like terrible planning skills, and mostly I just wanted to not refer to him as my boyfriend. We were together for like 5 years, and I was like, we're getting friggin' married eventually. Why is this happening? And then I would complain all the time, like, I want to marry you. I want to be engaged. I love you. And then as soon as I stopped asking about it because I stopped thinking about it all the time, that's when he asked me. Been waiting for this for a very long time. A short one. We're planning to get married at the end of May. Oh, that's nice. Originally, I thought we were going to do May too, just because of the lilacs, because we both really like the smell and color and look of lilac flowers in the spring. So we were going to pick those as our flower, but Alex is like a photographer, so he, not like a photographer, Alex is a photographer, and he really wants, I'm still working on that damn shawl. I didn't get any work on it this weekend. Anyway, Alex wants good lighting at the wedding, which makes sense, and the best lighting for like color correcting skin tone and that looks really good with the white dress and all that stuff is August. I don't know if that's true about that it's specific to bridal, but I know August is when the summer sunshine light comes out. I'm so tired, you guys. Yep, my hair is so gray at the roots. I don't have to bleach it, lol, I just dye it. Oh, that's convenient. Yeah, I just don't want to bleach it because my hair is so fine. It's like very thin individual hairs, and if I bleach it and then the cold comes, I worry that it'll just break all off, and I'm not that it is like a worry because I cut my hair like often and just dye it whenever I feel like it, but this if you're looking for this look, it's called bleach your hair in the spring and then don't bleach it anymore, and then bleach it so many times in the spring that your hair is actually white underneath, and then just occasionally add more pink. It's very sophisticated, my my hair. But I'm happy with it, so it's good. Thank you for noticing, V. I didn't really think it was that noticeable. I only used a small amount of dye, and then I just mixed it with conditioner and washed my hair, and I guess it was a little more. I started the rib stitch on my baggy sweater dress. Oh, that's exciting. That's awesome. Very chic, all the rage, totally. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm very trendy. If you're looking for trends, guys, this is the live stream to go to, because this is where you're going to find out what's cool next year. Actually, though, I was being sarcastic, but that baggy sweater dress, every single time I wear it, people are like, what? That's so cool. So I think that maybe. And then I went to the mall in Toronto. I went to the Eaton Center with Alex, and we walked around because we were taking photos of the sweater dress, and there were tons of stores that had like super, super baggy sleeves, like sweaters that had sleeves that were like not quite as baggy as mine, but really baggy. So that means I did do something that's like either on trend or it's trendish. It's trendish. My sweater dress is trendish. All the rage. My stylist honestly started my peekaboo low as well. You know what though? It's probably better for your hair. Started a little lower. I ain't got no stylist. Well, that's not how the song goes. It's like, no stylist. I don't know the other part, but Alex is my stylist. And by that I mean he goes like, yeah, that looks cool. And then later I'm like, I hope it did, because, you know, he's a unique guy. I'm like zonked. Last night was like the worst. Alex has like a stomach bug, and while we were in Ottawa, it decided to show up. So we're in Ottawa trying to like enjoy time with family, and then Alex was feeling sick. So it was like such a bummer for him, because he wanted to like, we were meeting Mallory's new boyfriend, we were like going out for food and stuff, but like I didn't want to eat because I didn't feel like great, and then Alex obviously didn't want to eat because he was feeling sick. So it was kind of like putting a wrench in all of the plans that we had made, and I felt bad for the guy, because it's like, you know, like before you get sick, how you feel terrible, then after you get sick, you're like, oh, I feel a lot better now. Well, that happened, so we were like, oh, he's much better. And then we got home, and last night we were up during the night because he was feeling sick again. And it's just, I hate that. I hope it's like, I don't even know what I hope it is. I hope it's over, is what I hope it is. So that's why I'm tired, because I had to be up I didn't have to. I like to be up in the middle of the night. Also, it was -4 degrees and pouring rain in Ottawa when we left it yesterday. In the morning when we arrived, so we got there on Saturday morning, and then we left at like 5 a.m. Got to Ottawa near lunchtime, probably. Not quite near lunchtime, I guess it was earlier than breakfast time, I guess. Got to Ottawa, it was cold but dry. Snow on the ground up there, like just already like piled at the sides of the road. And then overnight, like 6 inches fell while we were there, and we were like, great, this is super. And then it started freezing, raining in the morning, and before we left, it had turned to like, oh, good morning, Nina. It had turned to like hard pouring rain, and we were like, this is super. If it gets like 1 degree colder, this rain is going to turn to ice on the road, and then we're going to be dealing with like very dangerous driving conditions. Luckily, as soon as we got out of Ottawa, like honestly, Ottawa has a bunch of surrounding towns. One of them's called Kemptville. By the time we got to Kemptville, it was already not raining anymore. By the time we got to Brockville, another farther town, it was already like nice. And then by the time we got to Kingston, it was like getting warm again. And I was so bummed out that we had to go this weekend when we got back to Toronto, because it was sunny and like 13 degrees Celsius in Toronto on Sunday. And it was -4 and raining in Ottawa. Can you believe that? So I'm going to hold it up so you guys can see. The shawl that I'm working on is coming along. My yarn still hasn't come, first of all. My yarn from Briggs and Little, my Christmas yarn, I ordered it last Monday. And the last time I ordered, I mean, Canada Post has been on a strike. They're not on a strike anymore, and they weren't on a strike when I ordered. They had already come off of their strike. So the post should have been working fine. Last time I ordered, the money came off my credit card. 2 days later, my package came full of yarn. This time I ordered twice as much yarn, and it's been a full 7 days. Like, it was last Monday when the money came out. Where's my yarn? Anyway, it's a triangle shawl, and it's cotton, and it's like sock weight yarn, and I'm using a 4mm hook, and it hurts. I hate using a 4mm hook, and I hate using sock weight yarn. And by hate, I mean, obviously I love doing it. It's just whenever it's a bigger project, it's like harder on your wrists because it's so much smaller, and like you have to be holding the yarn, and then your fingers get like stuck like that. Because for me, I like hold the yarn with my pinky, so my pinky, like at the end of the day, I'm like trying to like open it back up. So that's how I feel about sock weight. I think that's what it's called. Maybe it's lace weight. I don't think it's lace weight, but I'm not really sure. It's that Red Heart 3-color ball of yarn. It's called It's a Wrap. I know it's cotton, but I don't have the label near me. No, I don't. Do you use sugar bush? I haven't, but I have. Well, I have once, because a friend of mine had bought a bunch of balls of yarn and then gave me a ball of yarn, but I don't think it was. So it was enough to make one hat, so I don't remember it being something thin. But no, I don't usually. Should I? Are they nice? Is it a good company? I think the problem that I'm having now is that all of the yarn that I'm falling in love with is like these indie dyer wools, which means that I need to start dyeing my wool, because like, I don't know if you guys follow any people on Instagram, but there's this one lady, she's called Montana Crochet, and her yarn is like always extra super saturated and super dark, super beautiful, and I'm like obsessed with the colors, right? But then when you go to buy it, it's like $30 a skein, which is, you know, super reasonable for like the fact that she had to like make it. I get that. But when I want to make something, I'm going to need like 8 or 10 skeins of it to crochet a sweater. So it's like the sweater isn't going to be like affordable to make anymore. And there would be no way that I would be able to make it and sell it. Like, it would only be like, I'm making myself a $400 sweater because I want one, and I don't feel that way yet. So I think that's why I really like Briggs and Little, because it's really, like, honestly, it's really inexpensive. I don't have a ball of it right now, but it's like, for a 400-yard ball, it's like $5, and it's nice wool. It's amazing. I rarely use acrylic. It's amazing. Okay, well, then I will check it out. Is Sugar Bush acrylic then? And it's amazing acrylic? Because I'm not really loving acrylic so much anymore. I watched a bunch of videos from Chem Knits to learn how to dye yarn. Okay, I'll check them out. Chem Knits, that works. Because I realized I went back and watched all of my yarn dyeing videos, and they're all on cotton, and they came out really nice, and they color fast, they lasted, but a lot of people's feedback is that, like, I missed a whole step, like there's something I'm supposed to have done at the end of it. And that's probably true if it's something that's getting washed all the time, like a clothing item, but for my yarn, none of the color like seeped out. It's all still in the yarn. But someone said like washing soda. I'm going to do vinegar next time, but when that wool comes, I'm going to be dyeing 2 sweaters worth of yarn, and I don't know, I still haven't decided. I know that I was thinking like another pink sweater, but I don't know. That I do have so many avocados now. But I also have that really, oh no, it's not acrylic. Okay, good. Okay, then I'll try it out. I'll try anything. My mom is like harassing me to pick out what I want for Christmas, and I don't want anything this year. Like, I'm not like, I don't want anything, get me whatever. Like, I don't need things. I would rather just like, you know what I would rather have from everyone for Christmas, from my family? Just food that is like baked goods that I have to only do a little bit to. My sister usually does this for me, my older sister, and it's the most appreciated gift for me. She gets like those, you know, those cookies in a jar where it's like all you have to do is add eggs, or all you have to do is add water or whatever, and then it makes the cookies or the cake or whatever the thing is. Last year she did that for me, and it was like the best. It was like I got to have Christmas for like 2 months after, because every couple of days I would just bake something and I didn't have to learn anything. It was just pour contents into bowl, add 2 eggs, stir, and amazing. So yummy, the cookies, and I loved it. So I told her that this year, don't get me anything, just get me that. Just do that again. That was the best gift for me. And then I said that to the rest of my family, like, "Ooh, I like that kind of thing." And they were all like, "That's boring." And my mom was like, "Find something that you like and let me know what you want." And my condo is so small. There is no room for anything. So I'm thinking like the things that I said that I would be happy to receive from my family. My sister, she goes to flea markets a lot. My older sister, yarn, gift card. We don't do gift cards so much in my family. It's kind of like, I don't know why, but my mom made it like a faux pas when we were little, so it's like less common. I don't know if my mom made it a faux pas. I feel like my mom loves Christmas and gift giving, so maybe it was like, yeah, yarn is definitely the list, but the problem is I'm the only crafty one in my family, like to the extent that I am. So none of them would be comfortable going into a fabric store or a yarn store. And if they go into Michael's, they're going to pick out like a whole lot of acrylic, which is fine, but like I don't really want to add any more acrylic to my stash. I pretty much only want cotton and wool, and I'm like overloaded on cotton, so it's like I want wool, but I don't know. So the other thing I was thinking was one of those yarn swifts. I thought that would be a good gift because it's a thing that they can buy online, which is ideal, and also it's functional. I won't have to unwind my skeins of yarn like they did in the Dark Ages. They probably had a yarn swift equivalent in the Dark Ages, honestly. It's like a wooden umbrella. So I think I want one of those because they're like $45. It's a good gift range, it's good gift idea, I think, and I think they can buy it online, which makes it ideal. My mom got me a Quip electric toothbrush for Christmas. It's a perfect functional gift. I am a manual toothbrush person. Alex got us fancy schmancy toothbrushes like 2 years ago, and I started using it like for a little while, and I just ended up going back to my manual. He still uses the electric one, but yeah, Rachel, it is definitely functional, totally. And my fiance is going to Michael's to pick out yarn for me and give me mystery assortment. Ooh, that's fun. I don't know that I would trust Alex with a mystery assortment of yarn. Not that I wouldn't trust him, just that the sweater that he would receive as a result of those choices would be something I don't know that I would want to go out with him in. I feel like Alex would pick like fire engine red, highlighter yellow, like vibrant green, and like some other colors that don't go with those colors, and then he would be like, I want this as like a huge sweater, and it would be terrible and wonderful. That's true. That's true. His money. Do it up. So I think yarn would be something I would love to receive, but I don't know that the yarn that anyone in my family would pick would be yarn that I would use, you know. Like my older sister Mallory, she had the right idea. She went to Turkey, and when she, well, obviously I'm not saying my family has to go to Turkey to get me yarn, but I mean, when she went to Turkey, she brought back this huge, probably about the size of one of the Bernat Handicrafter cotton balls of yarn, but it was like hand dyed from some small shop in the street that she found, and it was like hanging off of a peg, and it was a really pretty color, kind of like this color. But I have a yarn bowl. That's a smart one, but I have my trusty yarn bowl. I know everything I need that is crafty related, I already have, because I bought it for myself, or Alex and I picked it up like time ago. Because it's like once you have it, like how many yarn bowls do you need? You know what I mean? Or like a trip to the yarn store would be amazing, but again, everybody lives far apart. All of the ideas are great. I've had well, probably not all of your ideas, but I've thought about a lot of your things that you've said, and unfortunately, everybody gets together for Christmas, and then we all break off back to our worlds. And so I think that I'm trying to think of things that can be purchased online because I think that most of my family is buying stuff online now. And my mom said like, "Oh, that yarn store that you like, oh, I could get you a gift card to that yarn store." Of course, my favorite yarn right now, which is the Briggs and Little, is not gift cardable because there's only one store and it's in New Brunswick, so they can't get that. And then online, I get a better deal than them because I buy in quantity. So like, if I knew they were buying 5 balls, I'd be like, I'll just buy 25 other ones. Yeah, I'm thinking a Michael's gift card's probably like the safest bet. It's just I don't love gift cards. I don't like receiving them. I feel like part of the way that I receive love, not the way it's given. Obviously, a gift card can be given with love and accepted with it, but the way that I feel like I receive it is like as if the gift was thoughtful. And I know that that's a lot to expect as we're all adults now. It's hard to do something thoughtful for everybody in your life at Christmas time, but that's where I get the most out of it is when I like open a thing that I know the person went, "Oh, I hope they will really love that," because that's how I shop for Christmas, or that's how I make for Christmas. If it's something I'm making, it's kind of like, you know, born of the box. Hello from London. My name is Jade. Hi, Jade. Welcome. Oh, thanks. Thanks for subscribing. That's awesome. Nice to meet you. Oh, don't forget to like the video, like and subscribe, all the advertisement. That's all I'm doing today. There's my ad for today. But yeah, so I think a Michael's gift card's probably safe. It's like I have to relearn how to feel about gift cards. It's weird, but it's like I feel like I have like this weird like distaste for gift cards. I don't know why, because I like money. I like spending money for myself. I like going to Michael's. I like Visa gift cards, but for some reason I'm like when I get them from like if Alex were to give me like a gift card, I would be like, "You don't owe me?" That's what my brain does. It's like you don't even though a gift card to Michael's would be thoughtful because that is exactly what I would like to do is go shopping at Michael's. Like what does that even mean? You know what I mean? Well, yeah, at 24 years old, nobody knows what you like anymore, so gift cards are so totally safe, you know? So it's like much easier to just do gift cards. And I know Alex prefers gift cards. He would rather have gift cards for everything. So I don't know why my brain tells me that I don't like getting them because like I like having them. Anyway, I don't know. It probably makes sense. It probably doesn't make sense. I'm probably gonna end up with gift cards, but that's still awesome. I know I'm blessed, and I know the fact that I'll receive anything for Christmas is like this amazing thing. But it's like honestly, it's like this place in my brain says I would rather just have like time together and like dates. Like if my family would be like, "Oh, like we'll go out together in the future." Like those coupon type books, that would be more I don't know. I feel like that would be more like up my alley versus just I don't know. Anyway. Oh, good morning. Luzanila. I'm still single. I've been single for 8 years now. For our anniversary, my fiance got me a bunch of gift cards to my favorite places and sent me on a shopping spree. Ooh, that's a nice anniversary gift, though. A little shopping spree. So, okay, gift cards can be done in a classy and nice way. Maybe it's just in my head and it's not actually real at all. Like, because like I said, I like having gift cards and I like going into my wallet and being like, ooh, I don't even have to spend any real money. This is awesome. I don't know. Maybe I have like something about opening gifts. Maybe that's my problem. So maybe if the gift card was in a big box wrapped up with wrapping paper, there'd be no weirdness in my head. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm actually really spoiled and I just want to open a gift. That could be possible. You know, teasing out the way that I'm feeling. I'm doing this new thing where I'm all obsessed with all these like new age hippie vegans on YouTube. And I am not new age nor hippie nor vegan. Maybe I am, but not vegan right now anyway. And let me see what we got. I like your blue lights. Oh, thanks. Alex plugged them in. Do you like how they just sort of like do this, like they're like, in real life they're not, but in my screen it looks like they're strobing. Totally, gift cards could be wrapped. I think I'm just like realizing that the way that I feel is not actually based in anything, because like I said, watching a lot of these new age hippie people, and that's not an insult, that's just the category I call them. And all these people that I've been watching videos on are basically advocating for like compassionate communication and communicating effectively. And I realize like a lot of the time I don't communicate effectively. I assume that it's understood what I mean, but I'm not using the actual words that reflect exactly what I mean. It's kind of like sort of what I mean. So then I start going back into like how I feel about things and kind of being like, okay, I didn't like that. Is it because of fear, anger, disgust, or something else, or pain? And then if I can say like it's because of fear, okay, well, if it was fear, what was I afraid of? And is that thing a realistic thing to be afraid of? Did I communicate that feeling? Like that kind of stuff. I'm going through like my thoughts and feelings a little bit more like intentionally, I want to say. So maybe the way that I feel about Christmas, the way that I feel about gifts, maybe I have to go through that one too. It's been kind of fun. And it's been kind of fun also communicating, trying to be more clear in my communication. Like I've only been testing it out with Alex and I guess this weekend with his family. But like I realized a lot of what I say to Alex, I assume he knows what I genuinely mean. And that usually he does. Like usually he gets the gist of what I'm trying to say to him, even if I don't use direct language. But I realized like he even likes it better when I'm using exact direct language. If you don't have to interpret what your partner is saying, you can just take everything they say at face value. That's awesome. Like that's how I feel about Alex. He usually just says exactly the words that are on his mind. Sometimes I have to tease out what he meant because it'll be like more direct than what he actually is like getting to, but like I feel like it'll be better for both of us for more effective communicating. And like think about it when you're talking to someone next time. When you say like a statement, is your statement an absolute? Because like I speak a lot in absolutes, like I had an epiphany. I figured out what I'm gonna do. Whereas like now what I'm like mentally thinking, at least if I'm not saying it out loud, I'm saying like a part of me feels XYZ. Part of me wants XYZ. So instead of saying like I do or I am or I believe, I say a part of me. And then it allows me to kind of like tease out what I actually think while I'm talking, as opposed to saying like this is truth and tomorrow there will be a different truth. And that's kind of how I talk with Alex. Like I'll just be like, figured it out, I know the answer. But now I'm trying to say like a part of me feels or a part of me thinks that XYZ. And then that allows me to also say a part of me feels this way. So I can have two feelings about the same thing. And I feel like that sounds obvious when I say it out loud right now. But usually when I'm in a discussion with Alex, not an argument, like when we're just like on a topic, just talking about something like politics or whatever. When we're talking, I usually do deal in absolutes. Maybe not absolutes, but like usually I have a one-sided argument or a one-sided point. Like I'm only looking from one facet. And by saying a part of me feels this, it like opens me up to saying, but a part of me also feels that this. A part of me thinks that you think blah. Is that true? And then Alex can just be like, no, like this is what I think. So it's kind of like, I don't know, it's been kind of fun. It's more words. So if you're somebody who's not a big talker, it's a lot more words in your talking. Like you can usually just say what you want to say in like 7 or 8 words, maybe. Like when I want to talk, I can just like say what I want. But now that I'm trying to think before I speak, which sounds obvious, but it's not for me. It's like I just go. Like right now I'm not thinking, it's just coming out. But what I'm trying to do I'm trying to speak in a more calculated and intentional way, because I think that if I am more effective at communicating to everyone, I'll be more effective at communicating with myself also. Because I think I'm not very compassionate to myself. Like overall, I don't think I give myself a lot of space to have a hard time, and I don't think I give myself a lot of space to fail. I think that any time that I fail, it feels like true failure, whereas like you have to fail in order to grow. You have to overcome adversity. And I know that in my brain, but my feelings aren't polite to me. So since they're not, I feel like by practicing effective communication on the outside, I think that I'll be able to like do better on the inside. Let's see. I live in London, but I'm originally from Norway. Oh, that's cool. I like that only Siths deal in absolutes. I'd rather be a Jedi. Oh dear, what an explorer. I know, right? It'll be my first Christmas in London. And I've done a lot of damage to my hair with bleach and relaxers. Yeah, I've done a lot of damage to my hair, but I also just like I've come to a point where I'm no longer very much connected to my hair, or maybe I'm no longer worried about my connection to my hair. I don't know. Maybe a year ago, I just cut it all off. Like I used to have like long hair, and I just literally took my own scissors and cut it like here. And then I was like, oh, nothing happened. I'm fine. I'm no less, and I like how my hair looks. It's awesome. So now I don't care. If I wanted to shave my head tomorrow, I think I would just do it because now it'll grow back. Although I will say you can see my baby hairs. That's what I like to call them. But really, they are like my broken, bleachy hairs. Maybe they're a mixture of my baby hairs because they're in the baby hair zone. But yeah, it definitely breaks off your hair. Oh, bye. Have a good day. Laura nods, makes a difference. I hope so. I hope it will. Mine is shaved. Okay, well, there you go. It's easier, less to worry about. Although I wouldn't shave my hair now because it's so cold, and I feel like this is like providing me a small amount of warmth. That's why I'm letting the bottom grow out right now too. It's not because of like vanity, like I'm trying to grow my hair back. It's just because it's literally cold, and I was keeping it like buzzed at like not even a number one. I was just using the blade, so it was like really. It just looked like my neck was elongated, and I really liked it. I felt like I looked like an alien from the back with my hair up in a good way, like a cool alien. So yeah, I just figure I'll grow it out. I just wear a few hats. Yeah, that works. Hats works, but yeah, I guess I wear a hat when I go out. We tested my wool hat. I made a wool hat for Alex, and it worked out. It came out well. The antique wool that I was using or was trying to figure out what to do with it, I ended up making it into a hat for Alex. So you're still looking cool. Oh, thanks. That's me. Very trendy. We already went over that, how trendy and cool I am. I damaged my hair so much that I had to let it grow out and cut all the processed hair. Now my hair is virgin, and I only dye it with henna to keep it nice and healthy. Oh, that's nice. Henna's cool, except for henna only has like a certain range of colors, and it's not like this. I would love, but no, I would have to grow my hair out, and you could see my hair looks much darker right now though, because A, it's greasy, and B, I dyed it the pink, but I put it over my whole hair, and it made any light bits, like any of my like grays, any of my like softer browns look like they're saturated now. So it looks like I have like dark black hair, but I don't. It's also not clean, so that'll definitely make it look darker. Red to brown, but I love the red. Red is awesome. Ooh, my hair is blue. I think blue hair is very cool, but I hate how it fades, and I don't dye my hair often enough to keep up with it. Like pink fades to pink, and then it fades to white. Blue fades to kind of a greenish color, you know? It looks so pretty when it's blue, but I'm so lazy for the maintenance. I just spilled tea on my cat. I'm going to try and lean forward so I can tilt the screen down a bit so you can see my cute kitty. I'm going to try. Just chill, CJ, okay? Just don't leave because I'm going to just kick back the chair a little bit so that they can see all of your soft kitty cuteness. Urgh. There. Now let me cross my leg again, okay? We're cool, and you're fine. There we go. Oh, that's awesome. Your sister's a hairdresser? That's so convenient. My sister just started dating a vet, and I'm very excited about that because he's got a cool job that I'm interested in. Not that hairdresser is not something I'm interested in. I'm just thinking like nobody else in my family has a cool occupation that I can have benefits from, except now this person is cool and a vet. On your gray hair, lol. I used to love henna on my gray, now I shave it down to the skin. But like, it's easy shaved down to the skin, right? But although henna, if you grow, you know, you could grow it a little mohawk. What Alex is into right now is me bleaching his hair, because he keeps his hair pretty short normally, and he likes it to be bleached like platinum blonde right now. And he looks like hardcore Eastern European now, because like Alex has a very Russian face. Like when you see him, he's got like one of the 5 faces in Russia. And he's got like, you know, the broad forehead, really strong, like manly chin, and like really clear dimples, like on both sides. And he, yeah, now he's super into bleaching it. He's got kind of like dark grayish brown hair. Like it's like a cool tone cool tone brown, I would say. And bleached white, oh my goodness, he looks fun and he looks cool, and I like how he looks. But he, like, there is no way that anyone would see him and think he's anything other than like Eastern European. Like he looks like Russian or German, like very defined looking. My twin sister has purple hair. Oh, that's cool. I had purple hair a few times. I like purple, but purple doesn't like me so much. Purple fades weird too. I think that that's the only reason that I fell in love with pink, is that I don't have to do anything if I don't want to, and if I want to, I can dye it, but like it'll fade to something manageable and like reasonable enough, like I could style it at any point in its fade, whereas like every of the other colors I've dyed to, whenever they fade out, it always is like only can be worn into like a ponytail for me if I'm going somewhere, you know? Whereas like pink, I can still curl it, and if it's just a little bit pink, it still looks kind of cute. I like my pink. I used to have all sorts of styles, but I'm loving the skin shape these days. I have more time to do other things like art. That's fair enough. I feel like that's probably part of the reason why I shaved the underside of my head, was that like now the top half goes into a ponytail easily, and I don't have to like worry about anything not getting swept up when I'm just trying to put it in a scrunchie. And that could be part of it, part of the reason why I started having it shorter. Also, it's just less to worry about in general. Like even if you're like, even if you cut your hair shorter, there's like less to style. There's like literally less hair to worry about. So I agree. I think that, oh, pink is better. Oh, I definitely agree then. I like pink. I'll keep my pink probably until I don't want to keep my pink anymore. I think that's the only way that I'll change it. I'm not really like, before I was thinking like, oh, what if we are going to get married? Well, when we get married, will I have to have my hair not pink? And now I'm just kind of like leaving that up to the stars. I don't really, like Alex doesn't care. He likes me the way that I am, and he doesn't like think about it like how I used to. When I'm 30 years older and my kid is getting married, am I going to want them to have pink hair there? I literally don't care. I don't care what other people do. What other people do, even people that I love, what they're going to do with their life is what they're going to do with their life. And like this idea that it's going to have some impact if I had pink hair at my wedding on my future family, which may not even occur. Like all these things are like up in the air. So now I'm just keeping my hair pink until it no longer makes me happy to do so. At which point I don't know. Maybe I'll go back to blonde one day. I was redheaded for a very long time. Time for other things, and swimming make no hair best for me. Definitely swimming is easier with like not dyed hair, that's for sure. Because anytime I go swimming, I have to like wash my hair immediately after with like a dechlorinating shampoo. I have to do that anyway because I'm allergic to chlorine, but I definitely have to because like chlorine will not positively affect this pink hair. I'm so tired. Oh, I wanted to show you guys something. I made something on the weekend because I was really hoping, not on the weekend, on Friday, but I wasn't live streaming. Can't swim. I sink like a brick. I'm not a good swimmer. I just swim for fun. But my yarn hadn't come in yet, and I was like thinking it was going to come on Friday, so I wanted to have the design done so that I could bring the yarn with me to Ottawa, get some work done on my design. But it didn't come in yet. So hopefully the yarn comes in today, but this is my plan for the sweater I want to work on. I'm thinking gray and blue and green. And I kind of figured out the pattern. It's basically the same as all of my other patterns for sweaters, but I'm basing it off of, actually this photograph is what I'm basing my color palette off of. It's not clear in the webcam, but I kind of redrew it down here. Basically, it's like Nova Scotia in Canada, by the ocean. And that's where my family's from, is Cape Breton Island. So I wore my cardigan last night. I feel like a world-class athlete when I swim. That's fun. Yeah, definitely, because you've got like, put your cap on and be ready to go. I want to see your cardigan. I hope you post it to Instagram soon, because then I can have a look at it. Because I didn't notice it on my feed yet. So there's that. Also, did you guys see, I don't know if you guys would even notice that sort of thing, but my subscribers, I am almost at 7,000. I just looked and now I'm all like, oh God, did I get it wrong? Sorry, I'm at 7,250 subscribers now. Can you imagine? 7,000 people chose to click on something that I talk about? That's crazy. And I'm thinking that maybe by Christmas I'll be at 8,000, which means in the new year, as long as I keep putting out videos and as long as I keep like, you know, posting on Instagram and posting on Facebook and posting on Tumblr and Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter. I think that's it. Oh yeah, and I have a new one today too, thanks. But if I keep up with the like marketing aspect of it, I think I could get to 10,000 by in January, or by February, I guess I would say, like in the month of January. And when you hit 10,000 subscribers, you can go to the YouTube space and you can go and film your videos at a YouTube space with like professional equipment and stuff. And I was thinking I wanted to film like a channel intro there. Like I'm definitely not going to be like going there to do my regular filming because like I can just do it here at home. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool, and you could use like their tech and their cameras and their lighting and stuff. So I think you can use their cameras. Maybe you just get the space and the lighting and you have to bring your own camera, which is fine. But I wanted to film at least one video there just to be like, look, I'm allowed to be here. And then I'll just go back to making my videos. But that was something that like was when Alex and I were talking about even starting a YouTube video. It was like, if I could ever get to 10,000, I'm going to tell my twin to, aw, thanks. Not surprising. I would subscribe to you 7,000 times. Aw, you guys. And gray. We tried taking pics, but it's black, so we'll try again in the daylight. That's fair. Yeah, good call on that one. But yeah, so I'm feeling a little bit crappy about not having planned anything for Vlogmas and December vlog things. Alex and I were like super excited about it. I don't know, in like October we were like, let's do Vlogmas, let's vlog all through December. And then we just kind of stopped talking about it towards the end of November. And then I had like a bit of a hard time for a little while and it just kind of fell off. And then now it's December and I feel like I'm going to be like FOMO, you know, fear of missing out halfway through December. Like, oh, why didn't I do that? But at the same time, like I have to film videos too, you know, like I have to film tutorials. And since it's not been well planned, it's not really like happening. Maybe we'll do maybe now that there's enough time to make this decision, we'll do like the 12 days before Christmas. Cause I was looking on YouTube to try and see what other people are doing as their like Christmas thing. Cause I'm trying to be trendy and whatever. And other people were doing 12 days of Christmas, just the 12 days before Christmas, they're posting a vlog each day. And like, is that even something you guys would be interested in, is like a vlog? Because I realized like, what would I actually be doing? Like, it would probably be like a 5 to 10 minute video of like a vlog. And if you'd watch it, then I would be like, all right, fine, I'll do the 12 days of Christmas vlog style. But if you guys would prefer not vlog style content from me, because that's not really, I guess this is kind of vlog-ish, like we're hanging out sort of. But if you'd be down for a vlog style thing, then the 12 days leading up to Christmas, I will do some vlog stuff. My sister will be coming to town, which would be something I could film. The Christmas markets are open now. The mall is cool. I don't know. If you guys would be down for that. Rachel, yes. Rachel, you're like a very positive energy person. You should move to Toronto. We need more positive energy here. Oh my God, I'm so tired and we still need to go grocery shopping today too. I guess we're not gonna go today. I'm guessing right now that we're not gonna, because Alex, he needs to have like a day off of just like social life, any socializing. So I think today after work, he's probably just gonna like hunker down and be a hermit, which is good because his body needs to recover from being sick. And then maybe we'll just have something light tonight, something simple. Last night, you know what my favorite thing to do is? You know when you're out of groceries and like you go into your cupboard and you're like, what could I make? And then there's enough of random things to make like a good meal. That happened last night. We had like canned tomatoes. We had fresh pasta because Alex's mom gave us fresh pasta before we left, which is amazing. And then I had garlic and spinach and herbs and cheese, this wheel of brie. Again, Alex's mom gave us the brie. So I had brie and pasta that we brought in, and then otherwise I had all that other stuff. So I was like, very good. So I made pantry soup. Yeah, okay. I like that term. In the South, it's called pantry soup. Okay, basically I made pantry spaghetti, or fettuccine, I guess was the pasta I was using. But it turned out so good, and like not, it had more ingredients than what I just listed, but it turned out really good. I'd watch. Awesome. Okay, well, you know what? Honestly, I should do it because I like looking at old vlogs, and we didn't vlog since moving to Toronto, pretty much. It was like the Christmas we moved to Toronto. We vlogged a little bit, but I think I want to anyway, so good. It's happening. What are the 12 days leading up to Christmas? Let's see what the calendar says. Oh, I don't have my calendar open on my computer. Well, Christmas minus 12 days. There will be videos, I hope, daily. If I miss a day, though, just don't freak out at me. Maybe I'll live stream some of those days. Like maybe, like my Tuesday video and then my Monday, Wednesday, Thursday live stream. Maybe I'll keep those Monday, Wednesday, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Maybe those will stay the same. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday will be I don't know. I haven't decided. I'll do the paperwork in my head tonight. And today, I guess it feels like nighttime. Today, and I will come back to you tomorrow with more concrete thoughts about that. That's another thing I need to get better at, is reacting later. Because usually, like, when someone asks me something, I just answer, like, immediately. I'll respond to a text or I'll book a thing, and, like, then I'm, like, stressed about it later because I didn't want to answer the way that I answered, and then I have all that, like, oh God, I've ruined everything thoughts. But when I wait until I'm not, like, you should never answer someone when you're excited. And I've read that before, and I genuinely understand, because like if someone's like, I'm having a party, oh my God, would you like to like help me with it? You can do all the decorations. Then I'll be like, yeah, that sounds great. And then I'm like, wait, I don't want to do that, you know? Hey, born to box twin sister. Hi, nice to see you here. That's so funny. Nice to see you. And thank you for subscribing. That's awesome. It's so fun. I love when new people show up. Except when the new people are bots. Those or the random troll people. Sometimes they come in and they make me confused as to why they clicked on this live stream. So you are definitely welcome here though. So please be happy and stay with us. Oh gosh, I don't know what I want to eat for breakfast. My stomach is like uneasy this morning. I just feel like tired, and like I slept in until 6 o'clock because I was like up in the middle of the night, you know. So that's how it is for me. And I don't have my freaking yarn. I have my camera area just waiting, just sitting and waiting for my yarn so that I can start working on that sweater. I already freaking posted it on Instagram that I'm working on it, so it needs to come. It's lunchtime, 12:49. Jeez. Oh, that's a lot, LOL. A lot of what? What was the last thing I was even talking about? Do you see how my brain just sort of stream of consciousness? It's 12:49 lunchtime though. That's, where are you? Where is it lunchtime? Lunchtime. Oh yeah, and what's on the menu? That's also interesting. What's on my menu for today? I'm gonna have oatmeal after this, and we don't have any eggs. It's grocery day. We went away to Ottawa we pretty much like got our fridge empty and then went. And now I think I'll have oatmeal and bananas and more tea. I'm looking at my kitchen as if it's gonna tell me what's inside the cupboards. I have like all the ingredients for chili, meatless chili. So I might make chili today just because it's kind of chilly outside. A pot noodle. Oh, we'll have soup for lunch. There we go. We have soup too. So soup for lunch, chili for dinner. That way we don't need to go grocery shopping today. And oatmeal and bananas for breakfast. Oh, and we have yogurt still, so that's good. We're still good. I don't starve today. Tomorrow I'll have to go grocery shopping though, because there's not like stuff. We're missing stuff. You know. I have like sweet potatoes and carrots too. I guess I could do some kind of roasty thing, but you know, such is life. Okay, let me hold this up, show you how it's looking and how cool it's gonna be. Da 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 da. Isn't it cool? And Alex's grandma, the one who's like almost 100, she's like 96 right now, and she lives in Ottawa with Alex's family, and she saw one of my she saw the baggy sweater, sweet potato and black bean soup. She saw the baggy sweater, and she said it was like a bat's wings, and I was like, I love that because that's fine with me. So then I showed her, oh thanks guys, I showed her my triangle scarf, the wool one that I made on camera, and I said, look, this one I made on purpose. I thought it looked like a bat, like the edges. Well, Alex said it. I don't speak Russian very well, so he translates. Plus she doesn't speak like modern Russian. She speaks like 100 years ago Russian, so it's like the newer words Alex has aren't words that she would normally use for stuff. So it's like there's a little bit of it there. Anyway, yeah, and she saw my triangle scarf, and Alex was like, do you like it? Because I was trying to like say if she'd like me to make her one, and she loved it. So I was like, okay, perfect. So I am on the right track. If this one isn't the one she'll receive, then I'll make her like a wool one. I don't know if it was the wool part she liked or just the fact that it was a big scarf. Hi, mister. So yeah, it's good to know that she'll enjoy a triangle scarf this Christmas. Let's see what we got. I had a 999 call, which in Canada is 911, but that's cool. I had a 999 call to a man who fell 8 feet from a window. He's doing okay. He has a broken arm and leg. Geez, well, I hope he turns out okay. Broken leg, ugh. I feel like a broken arm is way less to worry about because you could just sort of like strap it to you and then like suffer with only one arm for a while. But like a broken leg, ugh, the difficulty. I don't ever want to break any of my lower extremities. I don't want to break anything ever, but I feel like if I had to choose a broken bone, it would be above the hip. Anything above the hip. Actually, and excluding my spine, obviously. I don't want anything to like, obviously I don't want any of these things. I'm like choosing the worst of all the worst, the least bad of all the worst things. But I feel like I'd handle a wrist break better than an ankle break. Even as a crocheting person, I say that. Hello. Why are you looking at me like this? You're so cute. You keep catching his eye by looking down at the screen. Look at this cuddly kitty, by the way. Is this not exactly what you want in your life right now? Hi. Oh, I love your loud purrs. He missed me because We didn't take him to Ottawa. He doesn't like coming. Isn't he so cute? His name is CJ, and he is a 13-year-old Bengal, and he is always worrying me because he's not getting fat. And Alex said it's because he's a Bengal, but like when I had a cat when I was growing up, when he started getting old, she started getting old, she started getting chunkier. And CJ's not getting any fatter the older he gets. And I just like, I think like I internalize it that he's thin, but I don't know if he's thin. I think he's okay. We keep it warm just in case. His cold is gone though. Do you hear? He's not sneezing anymore, so he's got better. Hi. So that's good. And CJ stands for Curious George, even though George starts with a G. Alex was young when he got CJ, and his first language is not English, so he thought, oh, he's like Curious George. I want to call him Curious George because he's such a curious little kitty. So he's Curious Jorge, but he's just CJ, or Siege, or you terrible animal, or whatever we decide to call him, depending on his behavior. Because this animal looks look how docile he looks. Oh, so friendly. It's all a farce. It's all a lie. Hi, you're looking at me so sweet. He is like a wild animal. It's like keeping a raccoon. This cat is, I might as well keep a raccoon. Because I bet you if you had a raccoon from the time it was a baby, it would behave the same way this cat does. Friendly sometimes, and then total wild animal with rabies at sometimes. That's my kitty. But I like him. I missed you too. I missed you too. Do you know I'm talking about you? Is that why you're being so sweet? Probably. I'm no vet, but he looks good size to me. I hope so. He's like a good size, but like he's like he's like a little guy. He's not, I'm sorry, yeah, I know you're like, why am I not covered with a cozy blanket anymore? Here you go. Better? Yeah, I think he's probably fine. I just had a fat cat, so I've never had a cat that isn't fat. Anyway, the shawl is not from a pet-free home. You know, when you buy things and they're like, smoke-free, pet-free home. Not my stuff. Smoke-free, not pet-free. Although, anything I've ever sold, I always wash and block before getting it to its new home anyway, so I think it's probably fine. Hi. And when I'm making things for sale, this is not how I make them. He's not in my lap while I'm doing that. My kitty pal is a little guy as well. Aw. Well, good. Then I'm glad that I'm not the only one with a skinny cat. Hey, how you doing? Where are you going? Hey, mister. Oh, careful. Don't fall. Oh, you got to run in my shawl. You got to be aware. Are you staying or are you going? Could you make up your mind? Because I'm trying to work. Hello? What's your cat's name, Gray? Thank you. Just go. Good. All right. He's out. He's sitting right beside me now. He's like right here. Do any of you, the rest of you guys, have any cats or dogs? Where is my dog, by the way? Oh, there he is, right in front of me. CJ, I can do what I want, human. Totally, totally. That's exactly how he lives his whole life. Alex and I even say he's not our pet. He's our roommate that doesn't pay rent. Because he is not at all under our dominion. He just lives here because we confine him here. I feel like that's how all cats are, though. Like, we keep them in our homes, but like, we definitely keep them here. Maybe they come back for food. I don't know that they come back for like, I don't think CJ comes, I don't know. He's friendly to me because I'm his roommate, you know? I'm the only human that he sees all the time. But I feel like if he was like out in the wild, like when people say cats are domesticated, I'm like, I think cats are tame. I don't think cats are like fully domesticated, like how dogs are. Dogs are like, their life belongs to you, whereas like cats are like, you keep me here. There's a difference. Kind of like birds, you know? Like when you keep certain types of birds, it's like, yeah, you're keeping it and it's a pet and totally it sits on your finger, but like it definitely wouldn't if it had another option, you know? That's how I feel about cats. CJ gets along really well with me, and maybe if we lived in a house and we let him outside, he would like come back, but maybe not. No, not skinny, healthy and perfect for him. His name is Mr. Boogs. Mr. Boogs. That's cute. Well, I hope CJ isn't skinny. I hope he's the right weight and size. And I haven't taken him to a vet in a very long time because he had his shots and he's a fully indoor cat. So it's like he's been pretty much this size and weight, from what I understand, forever. Like, because his older vet stuff has his weight, and I've weighed myself and then weighed myself while holding him, and he's not like fluctuating or anything. It's just he looks thin to me, that's all. I don't think he's actually got any problem. I just think he looks thin because I'm used to like fat kitties, and I'm happy with a good fat kitty. Not that I'm not happy with CJ. This shawl, you know, like when you start working on something and you're like, this is going to be so fantastic, and then the longer you're working on it, you're like, there's so much yarn left. That's how I feel about this sweater, this shawl. The truth is I just want to be playing. The vet can come to you. Yeah, totally, the vet can come to me, but we're just going to go next year when we go with Thunder. We're just going to take CJ in next year because we take Thunder at the same time every year, and it's easier to sync them up. So we're just going to do that because he's old now. We haven't had to go to the vet because CJ's been like healthy and indoor and young, and when he's inside, nothing comes into contact with him except for anything Thunder brings in. But Thunder has all of his shots, so he's not bringing in anything like illness-wise for the cat. And I mean, I think the cat probably got a cold from the last time we went to Ottawa. He interacted with other cats, and I think that he probably didn't love that, and that's where his cold came from. But yeah, I think that we'll be going to the vet next spring when we take Thunder for his annual. Just for my peace of mind, you know what I mean? My kitty LF is so fat and he's got long hair. He's huge. Aw. I hear you, since it's what you're used to. That makes sense that you do them at the same time. Yeah, because I don't want to have to go twice. It's funny because like my vet is like literally a 6-minute walk from our house now, our new vet. But also it's winter now, so I wouldn't want to do that with CJ anyway. It doesn't matter. We're going to do it in the spring because I just want the peace of mind knowing that he's okay. Because old cats don't tell you when they're not okay. They just suffer quietly. Not that CJ is giving any indication that anything is wrong. Like, he is very much fine. I know you can't see him anymore, but he's right beside me. Whew. Anyway, that's the plan, is that I want a vet to be like, he's perfect, just so that I feel good. Because whenever people come over, they're like, oh, he looks so good. Like, why? He's not fat. That's awesome. And like, whenever people say he's not fat, I internalize it like they're saying he's skinny. But really, they're just like, oh, my cat was fat too. And I'm like, oh, I just want my kitty to be healthy. So we'll get a double check on that. And then I'll feel peace of mind. And that will make me feel good. Do you like my new pajama pants, by the way? Alex's mom gave them to me with a pajama shirt, but I'm not wearing the pajama shirt because I put these on for clean clothes, and then this is my outfit for today because I'm inside all day because it's cold out and because I work from home inside. But I like them. They're black and red plaid with a little white pinstripe added into the plaid. And they're super cozy. I think they're 100% cotton, which I like. And also they're really cozy. And it's a good time to have a new pair of pajama pants because I wear pajama pants so often. Like, I would say most days, since I work from home, most days I wake up, wash my face, brush my teeth, and then I get dressed. And when I say get dressed, I mean like I put on all clean clothes. They just happen to, yes, exactly. I have loungewear. I athleisure, you know, it's either yoga pants or pajama pants. And when I'm filming though, like a usual video, like all you see is my hands. So it literally doesn't matter what I'm wearing. And I have to sit in like in the same seat for like 4, 6, 8 hours, depending on what I'm making. So I have to be like ultra cozy or else I'll just be like moving around all the time. Rachel, love them. I have a very similar pair that are fluffy fleece. Oh, I have one pair of fluffy fleece ones, but I break them out. I try to wait as long as I can to break those ones out because when they come out, it means it's really winter time. They're like blue with white snowflakes. They're just very cozy, fleecy ones. Yes, indeed. Guess I could ask for tank tops. I feel like I'm running low on tank tops. I could ask that for Christmas. Because you know how like they just, tank tops are like socks. You have all of them and then somehow they go missing. P.S. What's on your table? I just noticed it. Right here? Oh, it's just Alex is working on stuff. This is 2 laptops that he's playing with. This is the laptop that I spilled an entire container of tea on, and this is the laptop that I dropped. So he's tinkering with them, and then on top of that is just a bunch of dishcloths that I crocheted. I'm trying to crochet a couple of them whenever I'm bored and don't know what to do. And yeah, and then this is my very festive aloe plant with all of its glory. But yeah, laptops, cloths, and scissors. I think that's all that's in the frame. Yeah. Yeah, Alex dug out a bunch of our older tech. All of the things that we have that don't work are usually my fault. Luckily, Alex has the frame of mind that like it's a thing. It doesn't matter. Like people matter, things don't matter. So there's never any drama when I break things, which is great because like I don't mean to. It's just like my tea sits by my computer and then sometimes I'll like reach for something and then my tea gets knocked over. And that's this laptop though, what happened to it was inside my backpack and I had a thermos full of tea. Oh no, it wasn't tea. It was something weird, like beet juice. Was it beet juice? Wasn't it? I thought it was.
What's your other laptop?
Oh, that was my other laptop. This one was tea. This one was tea sitting when I was sitting. That's right.
Or
when I was sitting.
Something jumped or something. I don't remember.
No, because I did the tea first because we needed to get the external keyboard, remember? Because I spilled tea all over it and the water made it stop working.
The keyboard only.
The keyboard only. Anyway, I'm not very good with technology. Not on purpose. It's almost like technology repels me. Or maybe I'm just a slightly irresponsible. There's a chance that it's maybe partially reflective of myself, but it's not on purpose. It's getting bigger. Remember when I was so upset because it wouldn't grow? Now it's growing. I wasn't that upset, but I mean, I kept being like, why won't it grow? Anyway, I feel like I might do a little bit of a shorter live stream today just because I'm really tired and I'm like scatterbrained. I don't have any like things coming to the foreground. Like I'm having a hard time like I'm having a hard time keeping this moving forward and I feel like I'm more heavily relying on you guys in the comments today. And also a little bit last week, I was relying a little bit more heavily on you guys kind of pushing the story forward by commenting. And I don't know if that's like the best option. Not because you guys aren't great. You guys super and great suggestions, great questions, great everything, and makes it keep moving. But I feel like it makes it more boring to watch that I don't have anything to say. Does that resonate with you at all? Because if it does, then I will try to be more I don't know, present by. It's because I didn't wake up early. It's just that my brain is like not awake and I'm all scattered because of that. And my yarn's not here and I'm tired. And I didn't think about the fact that I was gonna live stream today. Nah, it's just casual? Okay, if it's cool for you, then cool. I just don't want it to be like changing in a way that I didn't intend for it to. In a way that is not engaging. Because like if nobody wants to, you know, watch it, then you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean, jelly beans. All right, Gray and Rachel. So you guys are my people. We're just hanging out. It'd be cool if we could like have more windows, you know, like if I could invite people in, like how you can on Instagram, so that we could all chat once in a while, maybe. I mean, comments works. I've already made up voices for you guys in my head. Didn't realize it, but I realized that there's like a voice for each of you in my head, because when I'm like referring to something that we chatted about during the live stream, I say like, they said, and then they said, and when I'm talking to Alex about it, and then I was like, and then I remember it like a conversation. It's kind of interesting. It's weird, but it's good, because it's like I use conversation as like a cathartic thing. Like you could cry really hard, or you could talk through every single thing. And for me, talking is like, it's a good thing for me. And I think talking about these casual kinds of topics is also good for me, because usually the people that I interact with in person, it's like, it's very deep or heavy all the time, because it's like we rely on each other rather than right now it's just us hanging out. You know what I mean? I want to hear my voice. Personally, I think a live stream is great when there's interaction. Okay, cool. Rachel, that made me laugh. I don't know. I don't know how your voices are. It's not like I have it. It's weird, because it's not like I could like repeat it. It's like it's just in my head. But they're different. They're like, maybe it's that the tone is different. Like I can like vibe from your tone. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, Tia's Life. Happy early Christmas. Hello, Tia's Life. I agree. Tia's Life. And also happy early Christmas to you. But yeah, we're just talking about how there isn't anything to talk about. I guess there's lots to talk about. It sucks, because a lot of the stuff that I do when I'm not doing anything video related is I do a lot of like reading about things that I don't feel happy after reading about, like with the news. So I'm all like, I think I need to back away from it for a little while, because it seems like it's every single day there's just like tragedy and just awful stuff, and it's like I don't want to talk about that here, because it's just not even fun to read, you know? Rachel, haha, one day we will talk on Snapchat or something, and you'll know what my voice sounds like. Then the voice in my brain will be more clear. I thought you said you had a slight southern sound to your voice, so I feel like the lady in my head who is representing you vocally has a slight southern sound to her voice. Slight like Reese Witherspoon, slight, like less than Reese Witherspoon, you know, like where like when you find out that she's from the South, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. But like before that, it's not like you'd necessarily go like, that's exactly where she's from, you know what I mean? That's how I feel. Maybe that's it. Maybe you're Reese Witherspoon in my head. That's I feel like that would be fine, you know? So that's good. Anyway, the sun is finally coming up, which is great. So dark all of the time. Apparently we had the darkest November in Toronto in recorded history. And I don't know if that's true or if Twitter just told me that, but it was from a Toronto newspaper. I read it on Twitter, but it was through a Toronto newspaper, the Toronto Star, and it was saying that we had the darkest and grayest, as in like, you know, like the weather says, oh, thanks, Tia's Life. I appreciate that. And yeah, it was like cloudy. Sun and mixtures of sun and clouds is like a normal thing in November, but it was like just cloudy or rainy or like freezing rain for like the whole of November, and I didn't even notice it go by. But I had a hard November, so maybe it is the seasonalness that was making it harder than it really was. Do you know what I mean? Gray. My Rachel comment was about noticing what was on your desk, although I don't connect as well with the lives that are nonstop chatting. Hold on, did I miss your thing? Hold on, not skinny healthy. Okay. Where? Oh, hi, Nicole. Sorry. Cool. I'm just reading through the comments. My Rachel comment was about noticing what was on the desk. Although I don't connect as well with lives that are nonstop chatting. Going to work. Bye. Bye, Rachel. I don't understand. I'm trying to read it over and over again to make it make more sense to me, but I'm missing something. Although I don't connect as well with lives that are nonstop chatting. I am nonstop chatting. I don't. Bye. Haha, wonder we'll talk on Snapchat or something and you'll know what my voice sounds like. Oh, what a compliment. Rachel comment noticing what was on the desk. Rachel comment noticing about what's on the desk. So when Rachel said what's on the desk, where is that? It's on your table. I just noticed it. And then you said, me too. Ah, me too. I just noticed what's on the desk. Thank you very much. Sometimes I need to go back and read it a little bit because I get a little bit jumbled up. As you may already know by watching this live stream, my name is Last Minute Laura, and I am a motor mouth. It's raining in England. It's always raining in England. But that's good to know that it is today also raining in England. I don't want it to rain anymore in Toronto. I think that I'm ready for it to just snow now. If it could just only snow for precipitation, but not snow often, that would be great. November is our wettest time, I think, anyway. I mean, nonstop chatting by the host. I like the interaction. Oh, okay, the back and forth. I get it. Like, as opposed to if I wasn't even looking at the comments and I was just like, kind of like, you know, like Trisha Paytas, whatever her name is, that blonde girl, blonde lady. She doesn't, I don't think, she just sort of films for like an hour, but it's not a live stream. It's like she just films for an hour. My sister-in-law loves watching her, and I tried to watch her, and I think that's the lack of interaction that I also would need from something like that, if that makes sense. Snow not for me. I have to work. I'm a midwife. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. You got to get there quick. I think I'll use a midwife. Alex wants, like, when we're not pregnant. I'm not pregnant. But we have talked about it because I talk about everything. So there's that. But I think when I have a kid, I'm not going to be wanting any hospital things. I already get super overwhelmed and stressed out in hospitals. And at the same time, I'm like, it's going to be a hard situation anyway. You're bringing a new thing into the world that you like hopefully want to have at that point. And I don't know, I feel like doing that at home or somewhere comfortable and safe is like better. And I don't feel comfortable or safe in a hospital, unfortunately. And I know some people do, and I know doctors are great, but I've had pretty bad experiences with doctors for a really long time. Like, Alex and I have been having pretty poor experiences with doctors, and I realize that our experience with doctors is poor, not because the interaction seems bad, but because the time when I'm like, wow, that was a really good doctor, they're like just barely average. Like, they made eye contact and smiled, and I'll go, wow, that was an amazing interaction. Because I'm so used to being treated like I have no knowledge of my own body and like nothing that I feel is trustworthy. And it's like when I feel something and I'm at a doctor, like I came because I feel something. So when they're like, oh, it was probably something XYZ, and it's like, you don't know that though. Like, you're just saying it was probably that. Like, for example, Alex he was on a medicine early in the summer, and he fainted one time. And the medicine, one of the side effects is that if you go out in the sun, it can make you faint. So when he was on that medicine, we went to the doctor and we were talking to the doctor about like, this happened. And the doctor was like, oh, he probably just like had heat stroke. It was probably not related. No, we stay out in the sun. It's in the summer. We're out in the sun all day, not even drinking water often. You know what I mean? Like, and we were being careful with him. So like, he had been drinking water, we were staying in the shade, and it still happened. And like, that's never happened before. So like, the doctor being like, oh, he was probably just dehydrated. No, he wasn't. Well, you probably don't remember it right. No, I do. It was 2 days ago. And I wrote it down because I knew you would say this. The fact that I have a notes section in my phone just dedicated to things like when my period is and how I feel or how often I get like a cold sore or like anything. I write it all down because then when I go to my doctor, I could be like, no, it's not, because they think that like you can't remember in the past. Obviously, some people have a hard time, but like even my family doctor, I had to bring in like documentation being like, no, I wrote it all down so that we could talk about it like effectively. I just don't, I understand they see tons of people. I understand that I don't understand what they go through and what they deal with, but it's like a straight up bummer for me to go to a doctor or to the hospital. It seems like it's always disappointment. Like there's never any solution when I go to a doctor, so I don't want to have my baby there, you know? It's a good idea. Write down everything. Totally. Well, when you have kids, you can ask me anything. Cool. I will. Because that shit is crazy. You build a person. I mean, hopefully. If I end up wanting to build a person, then I will ask you all the questions about that person that I am building. Which will be also just crazy. Because it'll be like made of me. And then it'll like hate me, you know, like a 13-year-old hates its parents. It's like when you're wanting to have a kid, you're thinking like, I just want to bring this life into the world. I'll love them forever. Yeah, but when that little kid turns 12, 13, 14, they're going to turn into a little demon child. Even when they start to like run instead of walk, that's stressful. But like a 6-month-old baby, one of the cutest things in the world. A King Charles Cavalier Spaniel puppy, a Beagle puppy, and like a 6-month-old baby are probably like my 3 favorite things to like see. But Beagles turn into Beagles, which I don't think are cute. And then King Charles Cavaliers, I don't want one of those. Baby, maybe it'll turn into a cool human. I would hope that I could be a good parent. I know that Alex would be a good parent. He'd be super nervous with a baby, but I think he'd be a really cool, like, I think Alex would be like a daddy, you know what I mean? Like, as opposed to like a father or like a dad. I think he would be like, I think I'm going to have to be the tough parent, which sucks because I'm like, not really wanting to be the tough parent, you know? But luckily, I don't have to worry about that stuff yet because I have no intention anytime in the near future of conceiving a child. However, I think that if it happened, I would just like deal with it, you know? Just, well, it's a little early, but who cares? At the same time, I'm not planning on that happening. I'm actually effectively planning so that does not happen. Yay, adult decisions. But yeah. Who knows? The world is a crazy place and anything can happen. And my lips are like super chapped. You have one on the way. Oh, congratulations. If you want one on the way. If not, then that's, you announced it, so probably you would. Congratulations. Good. You know, the other thing that I'm like concerned about, and we've talked about this in a lot of our live streams, is like the way the world is. I'm less concerned about like my body and making a baby, like the creation of life. Wow, mind blowing. That's less interesting in the grand scheme of my worry. Like that part's the exciting part. The scary part, oh my gosh, 39 weeks, you're going to have one soon then. That's exciting. A Christmas baby. But for me, the thing that stresses me out is not that part's the joyful part. The part for me that's scary is like, I don't want to give it a cell phone. I don't want it to know that like Donald Trump is even a thing. I don't want him to know, him or her to know, or they, I guess, anybody, any being that I make, I wouldn't want them to look at what I look at right now and feel the way I feel right now. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm worried about. And that's a weird thing to worry about because it might not be a problem by the time I'm having kids, if I'm having kids, but I don't know. Or kid, I guess. I don't even know. Talk about it all the time, and all the time my brain changes on it, you know? Oh, geez, everybody left. I guess babies is not interesting. It's just 2 of us now. 3 of us, I guess, because I'm a whole person too. 2 of you plus me. But yeah, anyway. Oh golly gosh, guys. I need more hot beverage. I need some caffeine, but I don't want to take any caffeine in today because I'm feeling like a little bit negative, and I don't really want to highlight it. So I'm trying to like not really think about it and not really engage with it right now because I don't want that feeling to be coming in for today, you know? Yeah, that's fair. I'm glad you guys both see that angle of it. And the other side of it too, there's a whole other another part of me feels like if I just never had kids, Alex and I would have like this really full and way wealthier life. Like we would have a lot more money to go around if we don't have kids. But it's like people think that you don't have kids because something's wrong, you know? And it's like, no, like I just really like Alex and I don't really want to share him. I feel like it's probably similar for him, is that it's like it would be sharing our time with a whole other person. And I don't know that I'm ready for that. I don't know that I'll ever be ready for that. Maybe I will, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just be the cool aunt, which would be fine with me too. If somebody else could just have a dang kid so that I could hold a 6-month-old baby. I don't want a newborn either. They're weird looking. I mean, yours is going to be the cutest thing ever. Tia's life. Yours is going to be super duper cute because it's going to be yours and all your hormones are going to tell you it's cute. But then you'll remember that they look like aliens because you're a midwife. That's good though. You're going to have like the easiest time because you're a midwife. You'll talk yourself through it. Or you'll have all of your midwifery friends around and it'll just be like this huge female-focused birth. I tell those people, my body, my choice. Yeah, it's just like, I feel like I don't want to be argumentative about it. It's not even like I want to be like having to say that to someone, my body, my choice. I feel that way. But like at the same time, I don't want to I don't even want to start things with people. Like when they're like, oh, you guys don't have kids yet? I want to just be like, nope. But people don't end it there. They go like, well, when are you going to or when are you guys going to start thinking about having a family? Don't know yet. Like, I just want it to kind of like taper off and die rather than being something that like keeps perpetuating, you know, like, when do you think you will? Do you want to have a girl or a boy? And it's like, I don't want to get into this with you. I don't know you very well. Like, I feel like that's a weird, I didn't used to think it was a weird conversation, but now I feel like it's a weird conversation to have. Because maybe I don't even have a uterus. You don't know. You can see what I look like, but you don't know that I have a uterus. You don't know that I have ovaries. You don't know that I have any of the genitalia of a female. You don't know that. And you don't know that when you meet me. And unless you've seen, you don't know that. And also, my body, my choice. Like there's layers to it. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know. Those are some of the things that I feel when people say things like that. But also, I love babies. So it's like this very confusing time. I keep having Braxton Hicks. Oh, that sucks. Those are like fake contractions, right? Where your body's like, oh, you're having a baby. And then the doctor's like, you're not having a baby yet. Not great. Anyway, my cat just went over and sat at my filming area. And now he's sitting like under my light. Like I have a light to add lighting. And he's like sitting under it like a lizard, basking in the lamp. I love that cat. Oh my goodness, this shawl is going to take so long to finish. I'm still have, let me grab the ball. I have this ball still, and then I have like a full other ball that I still have to use. Yeah. I agree with you that it's like, oh, your mom thinks you're going to go into labor today? Ooh, that'd be exciting. December 3rd. That's a nice day. And Gray, I agree with you. I just think that like I have like a argumentative personality by nature, and it hurts me to argue even though I get into it. You know what I mean? But it's not like good for me. So even though I agree that it's like an FU to people, it's like I don't even want to engage with it. I just want people to know not to ask me rather than I know people are like, stand up for yourself and all that, but it's like, it's not about that. It's more like, I don't even want to get into this conversation with you, but by saying that, you're saying something. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. That's what it feels like now anyway. My favorite, and by favorite I mean my least favorite thing people do, is they'll say, oh, you'll change your mind, you know? Good morning, Stephanie. But I'm saying like in a knowing grandmother type of way, you know, like, oh, you'll change your mind once you find someone you love. And I was like when I grew up, I wanted to have like 5 kids and like all this, like, because I grew up in a big family, or it felt like a big family, 4 kids. And so I was like, I want lots of kids. I want an even number. So I was like, I want either 4 or 6 because I want them to be able to play on teams together and like have a good time together. But like that is like very drastically changed. So, and I found a person who is like my person, like Alex and I really vibe so well together, but I don't know. I think that maybe it's because we vibe so well together. I'm like, I don't know that I'm ever going to be ready to share him. We'll see. Not speaking in absolutes anymore, remember? So life will do what life will do. Or like in Jurassic Park, life always finds a way. Oh, the weather outside today is looking pretty gray. I'm not feeling good about it. And I'm super hungry now. And I'm still so tired. Tomorrow is not going to be that way, you guys. Tomorrow I'm going to be amped up. I'm going to be excited, and I'm going to be super pumped to have that new video come out. How to wind a skein of yarn into a center pull yarn cake. I filmed it. I edited it. It's out tomorrow at 7 a.m. I'm going to be in the live chat, so join me there if you want. And great. Nods. I'm not saying speak up and say that. I mean, I think this thing. I don't always interact. Do what works best for you. Totally. You're right. I added the best. Do what works for you. Do what works best in every scenario. I agree. But yeah, there's no live stream tomorrow. If you're here for the first time, which you're probably not because there's only 3 of you, but no live stream tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to be in the live chat of the video launch. So if you want to chat, I will be in there from 7 until, I think the video is like half an hour long, so 7:30. And then Wednesday I'll be back for a live stream. So if you're a live stream liker, then see you Wednesday. If you just want to hang out, then see you tomorrow. But also right now, I'm still here. I think I may be in labor. The pain is strong. I'm going, okay. Lol. Oh my God. Good luck. Congratulations if you have that baby today. And if it's still Braxton Hicks, then that sucks. But good luck. And I hope your little boy comes in feeling good. And you do too, hopefully. And yeah. I'm going to finish this row, I think. And then I'll see what I'm feeling. Anyway. Ottawa. We didn't film in Ottawa, but we went to this street. It's called Taffy Lane in Ottawa, and every year the residents of Taffy Lane decorate their houses to the nines. Like they had like Christmas vomit outside. It was really fun to look at, but also like I can't imagine if you lived on that street, it must just never get dark at night now because there's so many lights on every house. But it was like this super cute Christmas. Geez, well, what are you doing commenting on a live stream? Congrats that your water just broke. Go to the hospital or wherever you're going to have your baby. Go there. Jeez. Anyway, but congratulations. I am happy for you. I'm just like, go have your baby in a good, safe, comfortable way. And call your mom and your sister. Anyway, the lights were beautiful. Took a couple of pictures. None of them turned out because it was dark out and we were in a moving vehicle. But it was fun. And then we went to this place called Cacao 70 downtown in Ottawa. And it's like this chocolate themed store. It's not a store. It's like a cafe. And everything you can get like fondue and you can get like hot chocolate. You can get coffee. I got a cappuccino and I shared a fondue with Alex's sister, Anna. Alex got a hot chocolate, and then his parents, I think they just got tea, but basically it was like, it's served really pretty, and the fondue comes in a cute little thing with a candle underneath, and it's like, it was really fun and very chocolatey. It was like they got dairy milk chocolate bars and melted them, and that's what the hot chocolate and the fondue were made of, you know. It was a really cool place and really yummy, and now my stomach is like growling. I really want like some good quality milky chocolate, or some bad quality. I don't know where dairy milk sits on the list. I kind of just want some dairy milk chocolate. That's like the best chocolate. I went to the Cadbury factory in, I think it's in Wales. I don't think it's in England. I think we had to take a boat. Or I don't think is, yeah, I think it's in Wales. Anyway, when I lived in England, we went to the Cadbury factory one day, and it was delightful and amazing. But then I remember my sister and I went to a bridal show, and we were tasting these chocolates that were available from a chocolatier that you could rent for your wedding. And when I was tasting the chocolate, I was like, oh my God, it's so good. It tastes just like dairy milk. The lady looked straight up offended, and she was like, that's trash. This is way better than dairy milk. The quality of this is way better than dairy milk. And I was like, oh, I didn't mean to offend you. That's my favorite chocolate. So I thought I was telling you it tastes like my favorite chocolate. But she did not like being compared to dairy milk. So now I'm like thinking, is it not good quality chocolate or something? Because it tastes so good and it melts so well, and it's really, really yummy. I really like Cadbury dairy milk chocolate. So that's that story. How I learned. Yay, baby's on the way. Absolutely gray. Baby. I forgot to ask what she wants to name him. I love baby names. I'm like baby name obsessed. I actually have like a whole page in my notebook of just baby names, boys and girls, and Alex's favorites, and all of our favorite family names. Like we listed out all of our grandparents' names and great grandparents as far as we could go, and like all of our aunts and uncles, just to see like what's the name pool that we have that we could choose from. And I don't know if I'm going to name any of my kids after anyone now. Like originally I thought like, oh, I want to name them after my grandparents, or like with my parents' names as middle names. And now I'm like, no, I made it. I don't want them to compare themselves to anybody. I don't want them to think that they, like if I were to, example, name a baby Karen, my mom's name is Karen. I don't want that baby to assume that it needs to have a specific relationship with my mom that's different than its siblings. And I wouldn't want it to feel that it has to perform in a way that my mom did. Like my mom's an amazing baker, but if I named my baby Karen, would it assume that it needs to be a baker? Also, that's also assuming that I choose a name that fits the gender of that child. So that's another thing. I wouldn't want to name them like a family name, like Karen, and then have that child feel that they're not Karen, but that puts a different weight on that sort of thing. You know what I mean? Like if Karen is actually Steve on the inside, then it's harder to share that, I feel like, if you're named after someone in your family, because there's like a different weight. Like, I don't know. That's what the things I worry about, you know, are, will I even pick a name that reflects who this person is? I don't know. I could pick gender neutral names, but I don't like any gender neutral names. Like for most of the names that I like are like highly feminine. Like Amelia is like one of my favorite girls' names. And like, I like Amelia and Patricia and like, I don't know, names that are like Juliet, you know, like girly little pretty names. But I don't want to assume anything when I don't know anything. It'd be awesome if you could just like know ahead of time, so that you could just name your child according to like who they were going to become, so that you could be there for them before they need you to be, you know? That's what it feels like anyway. I see what you mean, Stephanie. I should have said Stephanie. I see what you mean. I feel like I reply to you guys, but I feel like I want to also include your usernames when I'm replying, so that if other people are watching it, then it doesn't make zero sense. It's clear that I'm replying to a comment rather than just like saying something crazy, you know. You know what it is. Sorry, I had to switch positions. I know you can't see what I'm working on now, but I need to sit this way because it's more comfortable. And I'm getting very hungry. I'm not very hungry. I'm definitely want to eat something though. I think I might fry some potato pancakes for breakfast. I think that might be what I want. Because I know we have potatoes and sweet potatoes, so I could just shred them in the cheese grater, or grate them, I guess. Grate them in the cheese grater, squeeze out some of the liquid, mix a little bit of almond milk into there, and like pinch of salt, a little bit of black pepper, and then fry them in some canola oil, which I recently found out, like I'm telling you, like this year or last year, canola is like a Canadian oil. Did you guys know that? Like canola oil. Do you have that where you guys are? Is it only available here, or is it just that it's made here? It's apparently like oil that has only good things in it. They took out all the bad stuff that like, or they didn't include bad stuff. So it's like canola is like Canadian oil. Like the can part is the Canadian part. And what is canola made from, Alex? Do you know?
I don't know, babe.
No?
Sorry. I know
That's all right.
It was based on research.
Based in research? The best kind of thing.
Yeah, but no, I'm sorry, I don't know right now.
The plant? I'm going to guess it's probably like corn. I don't know, but I'm going to guess. My Christmas list is a home off the street, crochet and yarn. Crochet, hooks, and yarn. Those are all really reasonable asks, I think. I hope that you get that. I hope that a home off the street is something that is in your near future, because if you are living rough, then that is progressively harder as the months get cooler. So sorry if you are living rough currently, that sucks. And if you're in Texas, that's not something that I don't know even what the weather's like over there. I didn't know that. That's interesting. And yes, it's available in the States. I use it. Oh, cool. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so it is available there, canola oil. What's weird is that it's like olive oil is all the rage. But like it burns at such a low temperature, you know, that it's like, it's effective for like adding to things for flavor, but I don't feel like it's effective to cook in because it burns so early. Whereas like canola oil, I feel like it's got a higher burning point, so it doesn't smoke as early when you're cooking. So I think I'm gonna have potato pancakes fried in canola oil for breakfast. All right, I'm almost at the end of this row. And then I think I'm gonna call it. I know it's only been 1:42. We usually have been getting over 2 hours for a little while, but I'm really hungry and I feel like I'm tired, and I'm not grumpy. I'm just kind of like off a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm just feeling kind of like I'm looking down at my work because I feel weird making eye contact. And I'm not even making eye contact with a real person. I'm making eye contact with like my webcam, or I'm looking at my screen. But like that, it's like the feeling of not making eye contact because I feel like it's more active as opposed to being passively not making eye contact with you guys. I feel like it's more like today I'm a bit off. I'm not sad. I'm not angry. Maybe I'm like a little grumpy, but like grumpy in like a tired way, not grumpy in like things are bothering me way. I'm grumpy in a sensitive way, not in a angry way. I'll tease out those feelings. It could just be tiredness, but I'll figure that out while I'm making breakfast. And then I will start my day. Today, I'm hoping my yarn comes so I can start freaking filming my sweater. And that will be something that will make me very happy. Also, just touching a whole bunch of new yarn is going to make me feel really good. I have 30 balls of yarn coming. Just a lot of balls of yarn. And I know that's a lot of balls of yarn, but it's the right amount of balls of yarn for like 6 sweaters, and I need to make so many sweaters. So I needed to buy the yarn, and I wanted to do some natural dyeing before I made some sweaters. So that's why so many balls are coming. and I'm looking forward to it. But I'm really starting to get a little bit irritable because I want them to come. And they're not here yet, and Canada Post is no longer on a strike, so they should be here by now. But they're not. Also, this is as far as I'm getting right now. Ooh, I'm at the wall already. On this shawl. Don't pull out my stitches. I just did it anyway. Come on. Glittery styrofoam. Canola oil is made from the seeds of a plant called... Really? I don't know that I've heard that. Let me just check that. You Google it? Let's see what it says. Rapeseed low in erucic acid as opposed to colza oil. They're both editable and industrial forms. Weird. Huh. What a cute little plant it comes in. Oh, a canola field in South Wales, Australia. Okay, so they make it in other places. Turnip, rutabaga, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, and mustards are related to the rapeseed. Rapeseed belongs to the brassica family. Interesting, interesting. Thank you for your information. Google helped it. Yeah, it's a cute flower. It's a cute little yellow flower. Sorry, I was just like gaping. I was reading. So I was like, while I read. Anyway, here's how far I've gotten on that triangle scarf shawl. It's starting to be shawl sized. But I'm done for today. So Gray, I agree. Take care, everyone. Have an awesome day. 1 sec, Stephanie, I'm going to read. I thought maybe you don't need to make gender neutral names, just names that could be shortened to gender neutral, like Julia could be Jules and Amelia could be Ames and so on. I guess that works too. Yeah, I feel like also though, I don't know if it, yeah, I don't know. I'm not in a place, I'll just finish this thought. I'm not in a place where I don't identify with how my name makes me sound. You know what I mean? Like when people read my name Laura, they assume that I'm like a female presenting cis, I guess, whatever. And I am that. So it's hard to understand what someone else could be feeling who doesn't even exist yet, except I use people who do exist as how they feel. And often I see, like, yeah, Cher's son Chaz was Chastity, changed his name to Chaz, so fine. But from what I've read, a lot of people find it painful to even be connected to the name that they don't identify with, because every time they're called by that name, it's kind of like it hurts because it's not who they are. So often they'll change their name to something very different. I used to think that way, like, oh, Patricia's the perfect name because if she wants to be Patrick, Pat can still be her nickname. If she wants to be Trisha, she could be Trisha. My grandma's name is Patricia and my middle name's Patricia. It was my favorite name before. But now it's like, I don't know. It's like the more I read, the more I realize that nothing that I do is going to be the perfect thing. But I still have to think about it a million times, you know what I mean? But good advice, Stephanie. I think that's reasonable. And I think that if you are open and loving to your child, no matter what they're going through at any given time, then things like that won't be as big of an issue. So I think that as long as I support that kid in whatever they need, then it won't matter what I chose to name them when they were very small. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. I'm gonna cut it. McDonald's is kicking me out. Oh, geez. All right. Well, I'm glad you came. It was nice to see you. And nice that you guys joined us. So thank you for joining. And thanks for hanging out. And I will be back on Wednesday if you're liking live streams. If you, again, aren't into live streams and you would like more videos, obviously if you're watching still, you're into live streams. So like there's that whole thing. But yeah, tomorrow I have a video coming out on how to wind a skein of yarn into a center pull yarn cake, like, ooh, the ball doesn't even move. So that's going to be the video coming out tomorrow, and I will be in the live chat. So if you want to hang out, I'll be in the live chat there. It's already published on the page, so you can actually already click the link. It just doesn't play a video yet. But if you're not into that, that's totally fine with me. I'll be back for a live stream on Wednesday and Thursday. So I will see you guys then. Thank you very much for coming. it's really nice to be talking to you guys. It's nice to be able to. Oh, Leaf Owl! I didn't even see you say hi at the beginning. Hi, nice to see you. But yes, it was nice to see all of you. Nice to have you here, and I'll be back Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, and videos come out every Tuesday. So have an awesome day, and see you later.